Hey, Ceramics 1, 2, and Studio. Hope you guys are doing well. This video is for Monday, so if you see it over the weekend, you can get the Monday out of the way if you want, but whatever. I'm doing it so I can put some stuff back where it belongs. And I got a couple of short videos for you too. Let's talk about them first. First, there's one where a guy makes a honeycomb pattern on a pot. Both of these videos are by the same guy, a Japanese potter, and it's just a way of making a design on something where you plan it out ahead of time. You use a pencil to draw lines, and a few seconds into the video, I was looking to see if there was a fast forward button, but don't worry, they both don't last very long at all, maybe under a minute. And so take a look at that. It's pretty cool. Comment on it. Notice on that first video, the honeycomb, notice how thin the foot ring is? I don't hate it, but I don't like it either. I wouldn't do it that way. Also, he has in the center of the bottom of the pot, there's a little like protrusion, little bit that sticks up there, and that's very easy thing that happens when you try to smooth out the inside, but the part in between the foot ring, and I always get rid of that. I'm surprised the guy left it. Anyway, not a negative for him. Everybody has different styles. Second, he does a similar thing, but carving lines on the rim of a plate. That doesn't take long, so you got a short day today. And thirdly, I'm going to post you his Instagram photos so you can see. I'm looking at a vase where he has the honeycomb pattern and some flowers are in that vase. Scroll down and look through the stuff. This is the kind of thing I might be doing if I was a full-time potter. Variety of different ideas. Maybe next time I'm back in the classroom, I'll show you my bunch of post-it notes I have for a bunch of different ideas for pots, decorating on pots. Like the stuff I showed you last time I was in the classroom, of those different pots I showed you. I see some sculptures of lions. Don't know much about it. There's some more sculptures of what looks like mice. Anyway, check out this guy's feed. Let's move along so we can get done with this today. The couple of pots I wanted to show you today, which is why I'm recording it on a Friday, is I want to get my toothbrush holder. I want to put it back in the bathroom so it can hold my toothbrushes. But the last couple of videos I showed you different ways to make a lid, and now I'm going to talk about how I made a lid. First, I made this tiny little pot. I didn't do the foot ring yet. I left it attached to the bat. Then on another bat, I had a very small amount of clay because I was going to make what amounts to a tiny little bowl, and I was going to form this thing. This is called the flange, and it's the thing where it sits on a pot and it stops the lid from falling off too easily. You know, if the lid was just sitting there, it would fall off really easily. And here's what I did. I used a pair of calipers, plastic measuring devices, to measure the inside of the pot here. And remember, it's sitting on another bat next to me while I'm making this. And then those same calipers, if I flip them over, they measure the outside of what's going to be my flange. Really, it's just like a foot ring, same way it's created. And I created the inside curve I wanted on there. Then, when it's leather hard the next day, I cut this thing off. This one's still attached to its bat, but it's leather hard. And then I put this thing down on top of there, and I shaved off the curve, this curve you have on top. So I shaved off all the excess clay that was really on the bottom of what I made it. Lastly, I used a quarter. Let me take this off so you can see the holes better. I used a quarter to trace as the circles for the openings where the toothbrushes would go, and then I cut those out with an X-Acto knife, but then I rounded. I used steel wool, and I got in here and rounded the edges off, so it's nice and smooth and rounded, just like the outside is rounded, no sharp edges. That's a toothbrush holder. Now, going into that, I didn't think I was gonna enjoy it, but it turned out to be a lot of fun because I originally approached pottery from a non-functional way. I didn't want to make functional pottery, stuff that was going to be used. I wanted to make stuff that was going to be looked at because it looked cool, you know. This was kind of along those lines. It started out as a plain old bowl, but then I thought, okay, I'm going to make a design on here. I'm going to cut this bowl apart and make a, not even abstract, I'd call it a non-objective design. And so in other words, it's now no longer functional as a bowl, but it just becomes something you can look at. And if it's sitting on a table, you don't see the foot ring. And I thought it's kind of a cool design here, kind of imperial, if you will. Kind of like a collar on a cape or something, maybe. I don't know. I just thought the design was cool. So that's my 2 pieces of pottery from home today. And if you don't have clay, comment on this and the videos I'm posting and get some points. And happy Monday. I'll make another video maybe for you guys on Wednesday.